Okay, I look I look a whole mess, y'all. Please forgive how I look. I'm going home to do my hair like as we speak. But I am headed uh to get my oil changed. But I'm just finishing the mammogram ultrasound diagnostic mammogram. And let me tell you, I think the smaller your boobs are, the harder it is to get a mammogram. Because, bruh, it's like she had to pull from my back to get my boobs on the table. Okay, I mean, my little itty bitties was strut, and then let's not forget that everything hurts. Everything hurts. So y'all know I'm in my favorite spot, my car. Okay, but yeah. So after she flopped my little itty bitty titties up on the little machine or the table or the little platter thing, the little tray, and smashed them down, and arm up, go in. Like, they did a lot, y'all. They did a lot, and they were already hurting and sensitive before I got to the mammogram appointment. But when I got to the sonogram appointment, they made me feel so much better. Not because the pain felt was any worse or any less, but y'all, I've really looked back. But because she gave me some clear answers right then. Like, of course, I have to wait until the doctor reviews the sonogram and the x-ray pictures and the mammogram pictures and all that. But she was like, you are dealing with fat necrosis. And I swear to God, y'all, I did not think of researching fat necrosis before having my little teeny tiny breast augmentation that I didn't even have like major breast augmentation. They injected 900 cc's into each of my boobs, which barely any of that caught, okay? But had I known ahead of time, I wouldn't have been so scared. Like, I was losing my mind, going crazy, stressed out, losing sleep, not eating, forgetting stuff. Like, I was so stressed out over these last couple months. Bruh, they pick a lane. Pick a lane. Yeah, I had been so stressed out over the last couple months. I'm gonna just take my hair down because I look terrible. I just look bad. I look how I felt, y'all. I felt bad this morning. I woke up in so much pain, but I'm glad that the end is in sight. The end is near. So, she was looking. She was like, "Oh my God, you have so many cysts. Like, you have multiple cysts," and she was just in one boob. So of course I'm starting, like, while she's talking to me, I'm like tearing up, telling myself, "Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. Don't cry. You pray and you believe that God hears your prayers, and I know God hears my prayers, and I know He answers my prayers, because He's not answered one, He's answered some of my prayers, and I believe that if He's done what I asked before, He'll do what I asked again." So I was just in there, giving up that good self-talk, like, "No, sis, you can't be a child of God and hearing Him tell you in His word this and that, and then you don't believe Him. No, sis, you got to give it your all. You gotta believe it, trust it, and it's so." I had to talk myself off the cliff, because I legit was spacing out. Like, the good technician had me in a dark place for a quick moment. But let me go ahead and turn around right here, because I need to get my oil changed, and this has me headed home. The good technician redeemed. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My appointment was so early. She redeemed herself by turning around and saying, I don't see anything scary in here. I just want to put you at ease. There's nothing scary. If I saw anything that was off or alarming, I would have called another supervisory technician and the mammogram specialist in so that they could review it. Does that make sense? When I say a heavy weight lifted off my chest, it lifted, y'all. It lifted because all I could think of was, oh my God, you know, I was thinking about my husband and thinking about my kids and, you know, everything that comes with the possibility of having cancer. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional, but I was just thinking about so many things and all of the different outcomes. And I'm so grateful and so thankful that God heard me and He calmed my fears. I'm just so grateful because I have been so stressed out and so worried for 2 months, like just 2 months, every day, feeling the lumps, feeling everything, the pain associated with it, the restriction in my movement, and just so much around my breasts, and, you know, regrets, like, oh, I should have never got the breast augmentation, and just second guessing and just going into a spiral, and I was spiraling out. So today it just made everything better. And I thank God for just hearing me and listening to me and hearing my heart and knowing just what I needed to make it all better. But I wanted to come on and tell y'all, like, do all of your research, not just some research, like all of your research, like what you need to know about what to expect after you have the surgery and what to expect months after, not just right after, the day after, 2 weeks after. No, what to expect right after, what to expect 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, because I'm in the window where fat necrosis is normal. I'm right in that window, but I didn't know that, and I wouldn't have known to even research it until after I started experiencing symptoms. Like, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, this lump is huge, and it appeared out of nowhere. No, it's like one day I went to sleep, the next day I woke up with a huge lump on my breast. And where most people be like, oh, it's just a cyst. No, because it was 1, then it was 3, then it was 7. Like, they just all over my breast. And I don't know about y'all, but that's scary for me. That was super scary for me. And I have a large family, and my family is very close and very tight, and the only thing I could think about was, what about my people? What about my family? What about my husband? What about my children? What about my grandbabies? What about all my people? And what am I going to do? How am I going to tell them? That's all I kept thinking about, all I kept saying. And I needed to get out of that space and get into my trusting and believing space, because it's so easy to forget that God has brought you through so many different things. God has brought me through so many different things in my life, y'all. My life is not a fairy tale at all. My life has been a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of story. And I'm only 44, and I've been through so much. So to know that God has brought me through all of that, to then be in this place and not even, channel my trusting and believing, my faith, channeling my faith. It was just, I had to find a way to get out of that space. So I want you to know that it's very important to do your research. Do your research. Know what to expect. Know before going in what to expect. Have your support system and your crew on standby. Because my friends and my family one thing about them is if I say, hey, I need y'all to pray, they're going to drop what they're doing and they're going to pray. They're going to stop what they're doing and they're going to talk. They're going to listen. They're going to do anything that's necessary to help pull any of us out of a certain situation or a feeling or whatever is necessary. They're going to be right there and they're going to help. And if you don't have that, then you need to develop it before you have surgery, because your circle is the only thing that's going to get you through. Okay. But I'm going to do another video about the actual fat necrosis and what it is, what it feels like, what it looks like. Hopefully I'll be able to get my mammogram and sonogram pictures, videos, whatever. I have my original mammogram from a couple years ago, so I'm going to use that and as the baseline, because I was normal, like had nothing going on, no cysts, nothing in my breast from 2 years ago, and then use that and then segue into the new images so that you can see what it looks like, and I can give you examples of what it feels like and all of that. I'm gonna try to do a video so that I can keep you guys informed, because I didn't see any of it. I didn't see anything that would help me in this moment get through this. And I rely heavily on the internet. I really did rely heavily on the internet. I have not purchased any books or anything on breast augmentation or fat necrosis or necrotic cysts or anything, but I'm definitely going to educate myself a lot more and then provide you guys with some of the information that is definitely going to be helpful to you in the breast augmentation process. And I don't know about the implants. I have friends that have gone through breast augmentation with implants that can probably blow your mind. Had them inserted, had them removed. They may want to talk about it, they may not, I don't know. But as far as from the fat transfer perspective of breast augmentation, I'm going to try to give you guys as much information as I can possibly give you so that you know what to expect. My boobies are, I can't even wear a bra right now, y'all. Like, my boobs hurt so much. My boobies are, they're okay. We're doing fine. The girls are doing fine. We're in a little bit of pain. The lumps are still there. The bumps are still there. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful in this moment. It's like a fresh wind and like a weight lifted. So yeah, just make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research. I cannot say it enough. Make sure you do your research so that when you are in this position, you know what to expect and you aren't caught off guard or by surprise from anything that comes up. Or if something does happen, that you at least know the baseline to talk to your doctor about. Like, you know what to say when you go into your doctor's office to discuss what's going on with your body. They tell you don't do self breast exams. No, you do self breast exams. Get to know your girls. Get to know your girls, because if I didn't, the right side, although the lumps were big when they popped up, I had that 2 months, feeling those for 2 months. Just last 3 weeks, I felt a couple pop up in my left breast. That I don't know if I should be going back that way. Had I not been doing, checks based off of how they show you on. If you don't know what to do, you can go on YouTube. YouTube teaches you how to do everything. I went on YouTube to figure out how to check my breast, to figure out what kind of lumps, like what I should be looking for, how to determine whether I'm feeling like the hard rocky surfacey kind of tumor or stuff for cancer versus cystic, moving fleshy juicy kind of lumps and bumps in there. I had to find it out, and the only way that I could tell my doctor what was going on as if I knew what was going on. So you need to do your own self breast exams. Do not listen to these other studies that say breast exams are not helpful. No, they're helpful. They can save your life. Like if you know your boobs, you can save your life. You can save your life. Early, um, like detection can keep you from dying from cancer, breast cancer. Like you can recover from breast cancer. So all that to say, I am thankful. I am happy. I am alive. I am healthy, with the exception of some things that I have to do to take care of my body and the current issues that I am dealing with. But I am healthy, heal, whole, and well. I am grateful. I am thankful. I trust God. I believe God. I trust that He hears me. I know He hears me. I know that He hears me. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know that He hears me. I know He loves me. And yeah, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. And if I had faith of a mustard seed before, that just intensified and increased my faith by a few measures.